Oh my goodness, what? The third video of the day for food prepping. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to be making all at the same time some vegetables, meatloaf, and some chicken. And these are the vegetables will be a side this week. The meatloaf and the chicken will be like the main thing. So here's what we're going to do first. Is I'm going to take some of this olive oil and stick it in my skillet. It's probably too much, but it's okay. No one's looking. Except for you, and don't tell. So I'm going to get the olive oil all over my skillet. Being that I am ADHD, proudly, I like to have at least 15 things going at one time. It helps me to function. So while I am making the meatloaf with you, not meatloaf, oh my heavens, meatballs, which by the way, I'm going to totally wing it because I don't have breadcrumbs. I might have everything else. So we'll see. Okay, so I've got these vegetables here. Yummy. And I'm going to stick them in my skillet so that they can start, I can just start like stir frying them, sauteing them, making them soft, kind of a thing. All right. Okay, so let's do the meat. While that's cooking, let me get some seasonings down. Yes, I believe in seasonings, like a lot of it. So that's Italian seasoning. Maybe we'll put a little bit of pepper in there. What do you think? You know what? Let's add some Emerald's Original Essence. It's gonna be a treat. Okay, so I got ground chuck here. You know, and according to this one book I have, you know, I really was going to try and stay away from red meat, but I think that it's important to have a little bit of red meat in your diet because you want to keep your iron levels up. And I suggest it maybe once or twice a week, not in a huge amount. Definitely stick with your poultry items and fish. Sometimes though, I mean, that can get boring. So it is nice to kind of mix it up with, you know, some red meat every now and again. All right. So in lieu of breadcrumbs, I'm going to use, you guessed it. Maybe you didn't guess it, but yep, rolled oats. Why not? Not really the same consistency as breadcrumbs, but I think it will do the trick just the same. I really do. Let me stir these vegetables up a little bit. Okay, probably don't want that much, I guess. I don't know. Handful? Depending on how much meat you have. I mean, I've been cooking for a long time, since I was about 8 years old. Unfortunately, but fortunately, my and it's a lot of the reasons why I am the way I am. My late mother, God rest her soul, felt like partying was more important than raising her daughters. So a lot of the time I would be cooking for myself as well as for my little sister who is 18 months younger than I am. And I would have to, you know, get on the stove and cook. But not only that, I'd wake up in the middle of the night to my little sister crying because she couldn't find our mother. And, well, like I said, partying was just more important for her than it was to raise her daughters. And I'm a better, stronger, wiser person for the experiences that I received, and very thankful that my father, when I was 9, came along and rescued us. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, my life has not been perfect. But you know what? my life has Jesus in it. And that's what matters, because he's the reason I am right where I am. So I just put some Emerald's Original Essence seasoning in there. Really didn't measure it because I've been doing this for how long? And if you're an aged cook like I am, then you just sort of put it in there and see what it looks like, right? All right. So I've got my meat, I've got my oats, I've got my seasonings, I've got my eggs. So let's mix this bad boy up. I hate doing this because, well, at least the meat's not that cold. It's kind of cool, but I suffer from Raynaud's disease. Some people know what it is, some people don't know what it is, but if it affects me too bad, this is why I live in Florida, I think, also. I don't do the cold very well. It hurts my bones, but Raynaud's disease causes my blood capillaries to get really, really thin. So if ever you have a problem with cold temperatures, then it's typically, it could be Raynaud's disease. Like right now, my hand is hurting from the temperature of this meat. But I'm going to keep mixing it up. Yeah, it hurts pretty bad. I have a very high tolerance for pain. And this is starting to get to me. I'm going to put some more Italian seasoning in here because it looks like it needs just a wee bit more. If I can get it open. You see how my hand is, it's kind of formed that way because of the fact of the coldness. There we go. All right. Let's mix this up. Stir my veggies a little bit. All right. All right, I gotta turn on the hot water because that's usually the only way that my hand will get back to normal is by thawing it out. If you suffer from this, then you know exactly what I'm going through right now. And honestly, I just live with it. I don't let it affect my life. I don't let it affect anything that I do. I can't. I don't have time for that. Water's not hot enough yet. So I think I'm going to spray the pan here. And I'm right-handed, go figure. Helps if I put the water on the hot side. Oh yeah. That's better. Whew. Oh man. Sometimes there's nothing worse than this disease. Because they say it's easier to warm up than it is to cool down. Not all the time. Not all the time. You know what? Let me sprinkle some. I think I'll sprinkle some Italian seasoning on the vegetables. What do you think? Something different, right? Give it some flavor. Cover it up. Maybe do a slow cook on it. All right. So let's form these little meatballs. I want to stick my oven on probably 350. We'll get that preheating. Let me put these slices away because they're in my way. All right. Okay, so Now, what I'm thinking with these meatballs is I'm definitely going to end up making more than what I really need for the week. Okay? It's kind of a big meatball. Because I figure I will probably only have like maybe 3 per meal. 3 little meatballs in each little thing. And I might do 2 days of that. And, you know, maybe 3 days, then the 3 days of the chicken. So with the leftover meatballs that I won't use this week, put them in the freezer. And then that way I'll already have them made and they'll already be cooked. And all I really have to do next week is thaw them out, stick them in my little containers, and then when I get ready to eat them, heat them up, you know, with the rest of my food. So this meal prepping thing really isn't that bad. And really isn't as time consuming as I thought it might be. But then again, also I am busying myself by sharing it with you. And hopefully you are enjoying it as well. And hopefully you're thinking about your own health and what you can do. You know, you can send me a message if you're interested in joining Camp Gladiator. I'll be more than happy to get you connected with it. You can email me, and I'll give you my email address. Tell me when you're ready. My email address is Conley, CONNELLY, period Carla, CARLA, period M, @gmail.com. Feel free to email me. You can find me on Facebook. Under the name Carla Morgan Conley. And I will be more than happy to get you on your healthy journey as well. Camp Gladiator is an awesome program. It's a 1 hour of intense cardio. It is everywhere. It is nearly nationwide. And I say nearly because it's not in every state, but they are working on that. And I think they're working on Georgia right now. But it's all over. And there are locations that you can work out anywhere from 5:30 in the morning up until 7 o'clock in the evenings. And I bet that there's one near you. Looks like I'm running out of space on my little thing here for my meatballs. May have to get another thing out. Here lately, some mornings have been really cold, and I haven't been able to go in the morning time to work out like I'd like to. But let me get some aluminum foil. So I just go to a different location in the evening and work out at a different location. And I've been lucky so far, and the places that have been near me has been my same trainer, which is great because, stirring up these vegetables, if you have something medical going on with you, then it's very good to let your trainer know about it. Let me set those over here. It's very good to let your trainer know about it because then they can keep an eye on you. You know, the other day I went to the elementary school and worked out after work because I didn't get to go Friday morning. And my trainer knows that I have a problem with my left ankle. I think I have restretched my ligaments. So, and I can't go to the podiatrist. I go on February the 1st because my insurance will kick in then. So anyway, you know, he didn't have me run the entire lap that he had everyone else run. He said, hey, Carla, just go up to the stop sign and back, because he knew that I was struggling with the pain in my foot. And I really appreciate that. And you need trainers who care and who take time out, because they're there for not just themselves, but they're there for us. They're there to make sure that, you know, we are as healthy as we can be. Because being healthy is what it is all about. Transfer some of these meatballs over to this other tray. Actually, I might transfer them all because this tray is a wee bit bigger. And then I'll use this other one for the chicken. Yeah. You can hear my vegetables popping. Popping and sizzling. All right. Stir these veggies up. Okay. Let me get some new aluminum foil for, oh, I hate to spray that one. Oh, actually, I'm going to turn the foil over. It's called recycling. Just turned it over. It's brand new. All right, so I got the meatballs here. Those are ready to go in the oven as soon as the oven is ready for them. And now I'm going to go ahead and, oh shoot, I got this cheese. I meant to put cheese on the meatballs, but that's okay. Put that back. I think I'm only going to make one package of these chickens. And what I did was I ended up buying chicken tenders because I felt like those would be easier to use. But not just easier to use, but easier for meal prepping. So I bought the tender size. And put this on the cookie sheet here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some lemon pepper on the chicken. That's how I'm going to season it. I like lemon pepper. I love it on fish especially. Alright, so I just sort of have my chicken arranged. And I've got chicken fingers. Get this stuff off. Get some lemon pepper out. I'm going to use lemon pepper. Sprinkle this. Turn them over. Seasonings are good for you. They boost the metabolism, especially, you know, I'm not talking about barbecue sauce. That boosts the fat cells. And my oven is set at 350, so I think that that's good. I think that that's just a perfect setting for both the meatballs and the chicken. My veggies are looking pretty tasty. Show those to you. Woo! Oh, you know what? Let me do it this way. Hey! Let me turn the camera.